Welcome back to Cat and Raven Designs.
Behind the camera, I'm Cat.
And I'm Raven. Today we're going to be working on one of our holiday soaps. This is, for me, probably my #1 holiday crack, Peppermint Bark. #2 for me is definitely the Cranberry Bliss Bars from Starbucks, but we're going to start with my #1. I know, those are really good. Cat had never had one until last year. She has now been inducted to the Cranberry Bliss Bar Bliss Club. But for now, we're going to be working on Peppermint Bark. So we're going to start off with our oils as usual. And we've got our lye water all mixed up. And this has our sodium lactate in it because we are going to be using a vanilla color stabilizer for the first time. And we want to make sure that this stays nice and solid. So we've been getting some reviews that the vanilla color stabilizer makes the soap a little bit soft. And we do not want that.
Fun fact, y'all. Raven knows how to make Cranberry Bliss Bars.
I made them as cupcakes,
Yeah. She made them as cupcakes.
Cranberry Bliss cupcakes. Let's give these a blend. Lovely. Alright. So we're gonna break off just a little bit to be the bottom and also the top. Thinking probably about there.
Yeah.
That should be fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. As a side note, our sodium lactate comes from Nature's Garden here.
I believe along with our vanilla stabilizer.
Yes. Their color stabilizer. Okay, so I'm going to start off by getting our brown in here. So we're going to be texturing the top of this. So I'm totally okay with this starting to set up a little bit towards the end here. Our brown iron oxide comes from Chemistry Connection or saveoncitric.com. And then our fragrance oil today is Peppermint Patty, also from Nature's Garden. So I just want a really thin layer, just enough to cover the bottom. There we go. So for our big chunk here, we're going to have the titanium dioxide from Nurture Soap. I'm going to go ahead and mix that up with some water. I'm going to need to be able to move quickly, so I'm going to kind of run through what we're going to do once I get started here. So once we've got that in, we're going to go ahead and add our fragrance oil, which has been mixed up in a 1-to-1 ratio with our vanilla color stabilizer, also from Nature's Garden. And then, once that's all blended, we're going to add most of our little peppermint bark embeds. Most of these are going to go in here in the white. We're going to keep some for the top. So let's get moving, shall we? Fragrance oil, which smells still delish. Alright. Just because we've never used the color stabilizer before, I'm going to blend it again. Just to make sure that is good and blended. I probably should have been more clear with poor Cat about what exactly I was looking for here. Would you be so kind as to still spatula for me, just to be safe? Oh, not what I meant. Oh no.
No, I'm sorry.
Well, that one will just have to be a little special. It'll be okay. Ready?
Yes.
A little bit lower, because it's way down there. Ooh, this got thick. Like pudding. Boy, you could practically frost with this. Yeesh. That's fine, though. I'm okay with that.
I mean, it makes it easier to texture it.
That's very true. Get your little chocolatey butt over there into that corner.
You talk to the soap so much nicer than I do.
It's because I want it to do what I want, and I don't want it to give me any sass.
I mean, same here. I just go the other opposite route to get it to not sass. Put the fear of cat into it.
I have to let this set up just a touch more to really get a good texture out of it. I find it really hard to talk while I'm doing something like this.
Right?
So, holidays, right? What's your favorite tradition with the holidays? What do you like to do?
There's a couple of like family tradition things that I think would have to be like my favorite things. Like night before Christmas, like the opening the Christmas Eve gift that's like a movie and some pajamas and some movie snacks and watching a movie before bed on Christmas Eve. Or, you know, the day after Christmas and the one time my brother and I worked together to get something we both wanted and managed to get pie for breakfast the day after Christmas.
Pie for breakfast?
Pie for breakfast. It ended up becoming a family tradition because my brother, and it was for both Thanksgiving and Christmas, because one morning my brother and I woke up and we wanted pie, and so our parents are still sleeping, so we went and knocked on their door, bugged them while they were sleeping, and they're like, did you eat, asking them for pie, can I have pie, can I have pie?
Gosh, that sounds like a familiar thing. Mommy,
It's
it's
just-
6 in the morning. Can I have pie?
Yeah, pretty much. And we're just really, really annoying about it to the point where our parents are just like, did she eat breakfast? Yes, we ate breakfast. Can we have pie?
Yes, you're perfect. Here. Thank you.
So like, sure, go ahead, have pie. So finally, when my parents did wake up, about 8 o'clock in the morning, they come into the kitchen and,
What are these children doing?
well, there's no bowls in the sink. There's plates from our pie in the sink, but there's no bowls.
Alright, so we are not 100% certain which glitter this is
I believe
anymore.
that's the diamond dust.
Yeah, I think it's diamond dust. I'm gonna go ahead and just put just a little bit. Alrighty, well, that's it for peppermint bark. Alright, let's get a close-up. So especially since we've never worked with the vanilla color stabilizer before, this may potentially need to stay in the mold a little longer. We'll see. I don't know. But we'll give it bare minimum 18 to 24 hours before we go ahead and cut it up in bars. So we'll catch you back then.
2 days later.
Welcome back. This loaf has been sitting for 48 hours instead of our normal 24. And it was still, this morning when I pulled it out of the silicone mold, was still a little sticky. The brown, which didn't have the vanilla color stabilizer, is just fine. It's about how we would normally have it, but the white is still a little bit soft, but it's good enough we're going to be able to cut it now. So the top still looks really pretty. Let's go ahead and give this a cut. I'm going to cut it like this because of the melt and pour top. All those little peppermints are melt and pour.
You're on that. Yeah.
Play me the song of our people. Alright, so there's our sample piece.
That's some purdy.
Get started. Ooh, that is still a little sticky. Okay. Good thing to note, if you are going to be using vanilla color stabilizer, sodium lactate is your friend. This would probably be way worse if we didn't have the sodium lactate. So you can really see those little melt and pour pieces in there, and you can see on my right, your left, the little stick 'em out things. Little edges here from the soap not being completely hard yet. I love peppermint bark.
Me too.
Ooh, that's a nice mix there.
Nice.
Nice little bits on the top. Very pretty. Oh, we don't have the microphone plugged in.
Oh.
Ooh, I like that thicker brown bit there.
Right? Dark chocolate is best chocolate. Dark chocolate is life.
Dark chocolate and glitter.
Yes.
Forget that.
Hey, they make edible glitter now, so glittery dark chocolate.
They've made edible glitter for a long time.
Yeah, they make edible glitter, so I can just have glittery dark chocolate. I say glittery dark chocolate's on sale.
I guess it depends. Okay, to clarify for people at home, the Sale and unsale quartz are the light fey and like the dark fey. Okay, nobody's ever asked, but I'm going to show you anyway. So my tattoo here, everybody always thinks it's Beauty and the Beast. It's not. It's the Sale Court. It's actually the symbol from the Changeling game, the tabletop game from World of Darkness. So I have the Sale Court on my arm, and my husband has the Unsale Court on his shoulder. And if you know my husband in real life, you know why.
Oh, he's most definitely on sale.
Oh yeah, 100%. He is a being of whim and chaos, and basically my opposite in a lot of ways.
Hey, who else does that sound like?
You. You wonder why I got used to you so fast.
Yeah, you pretty quickly stopped getting shocked by the things that came out of my
I
mouth.
can't say I was ever really shocked, honestly.
I mean, there was that time in Target.
I guess we have to tell the story now. So we were at Target during last Christmas season, and I have a bunch of like rectangle shrubbery out in front of my house.
Bring me a shrubbery.
I mean, if you know just like generic rectangle shrubbery, you've seen it. We've all seen it. And I wanted to get some of those like net lights, net Christmas lights that I could put. That I could put on the shrubs outside, and be able to better cover the lights. And Kat's with me, and we're just wandering around Target, and it's late. It's probably like 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
But it's a holiday season, so there's a lot of people there still. And I had mentioned to her what I was looking for, and she's way over on the other side, and I'm like, "Woman, what are you doing?" So I'm yelling at her to come back over. What are you doing? What are you doing? Because she's a tendency to wander off. And she screams across, like from the electronics area all the way back to seasonal, like, "I'm looking for lights for your bush." And I'm just staring at her, and she goes, "What? You need lights for your bush? Bush lights." And this poor guy is in between the two of us, and he's dying. He is laughing so hard, and Kat is staring at me, and I'm staring at her just in this, like... Because you know how when somebody says something dirty and, like, normally they start... I mean, you've seen enough of our videos, hopefully, at this point. If you haven't seen a bunch of our videos, I'm so sorry. Welcome. We're shitheads. So... Yeah, but that look that when somebody's trying to be dirty and ridiculous, and they look at you and they're like, "Ha ha," and you've seen, if you've been in any of our other videos, if you've seen them, Kat cannot help but die laughing at her own dirty jokes. She can't help it. Well, this time, she's just staring at me. Completely deadpan, which is not her deal. Deadpan's my deal, not hers. And I'm like, did you really just scream that across the Target? And she's like, "What? Yeah, that's what I'm doing." And I'm like, "You really just screamed about getting lights for my bush across Target?" And there's this brief moment as it dawns on her exactly what she's just said. And this guy that had been in between us is like, "I wasn't gonna say anything, but that was funny." Of course, then she realizes what's going on and what she just did. Like, Jesus, cat. It's in the middle of Target. Keep it PG. Did you leave the mic, like, all the way down at the bottom there? Our sound is gonna be fucked. Oh, God. Do I need to, like, have a videography lesson with you in terms of how we do our setup?
Possibly.
Poor cat.
But yes, once I realized what I had said, I did proceed to die laughing.
You and, like, everybody else in a 5-mile radius.
As they were all commenting, "Oh, see, but we're in a Target. That's..."
Yeah, because I told you to keep it classy.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Target. It's very classy. There we go. There's our last one. And with that, we have Peppermint Bark, which is all ready to go hang out on the curing rack and hopefully stay white in the middle. I will put an update on our Instagram in a few weeks when we can see how it looks. So if you want a sneak peek on how the curing process went and whether or not the vanilla color stabilizer worked out, then you can check us out on Instagram at Cat and Raven Designs. We're also on Facebook, and this will be part of our October release. If you want to catch any of these early for any of your holiday shopping, go ahead and check us out at catandravendesigns.com. And with that, we're signing off. We'll catch you later. Bye, everybody.